And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats, elephants and zebras. We're looking at Miss Maggie, one of our kitties. Okay, this is an important topic. You know, I've been, of course, how do I say this? I've been hearing this sort of thing for decades. I mean, going back to late 70s, early 80s. And that is, the economy is gonna fall apart by such and such date, or what I just saw on Facebook, somebody posted that grocery stores aren't able to get food. I'm like, come on. I will say I am the worst prepper in the world. We don't have food that would last us very long. We'd find a way to survive. I mean, no big deal there. But is the economy going down? Is the dollar losing ground? Yes. But grocery stores have food. Grocery stores are getting food. Farmers are growing food. Oil rigs are producing oil. I should say oil wells are producing oil. I do believe in being prepared, and yes, it is a case of not if, but when. Something is going to happen. You never know what it's going to be. The thing is, more good things happen than bad things happen, thankfully. And it's important to be prepared, because you have Katrina, you have 9/11, you have what happened in Oklahoma City, you have what happened in Waco, you have the war in Bosnia, the war in Yugoslavia, Bosnia, Yugoslavia. It's important to be prepared for disaster, including, and very importantly, it's important to be prepared for long-term disasters. But that doesn't mean the world's going to fall apart today, or tomorrow, or next week, or next month, or next year. Frankly, when you use scare tactics and you're constantly harping on everything's going to fall apart, it's going to pot, and it's going to happen today, it's going to happen tomorrow, it's going to happen next week, and it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. It's not happening. Rwanda is another example of where things went south. Look at World War II. I can guarantee you I would not have wanted to have been in London or Berlin or Paris or just about anywhere in Europe. You had the War for Confederate Independence, which started 160 something years ago. But look what happened to the country. You have Hurricane Katrina. You have the 1900 hurricane. You had the San Francisco earthquake. And the San Francisco earthquake affected more than just San Francisco. It affected Alaska, had tsunamis because of it. You had the volcano Mount St. Helens. Disasters happen. It's important to be ready. But when you try to scare people or you're on this constant thing that it's going to happen today, it's going to happen today, it's going to happen today, and it doesn't happen, then people stop preparing because they're like, you know what? I hear all these warnings and it never happens, so why worry about it? And that's true. You should not worry about anything if you can help it, although we all worry. But be prepared, but don't try and scare everybody every day with some new prediction that it's going to happen today, it's going to happen tomorrow. Because it's probably not going to happen, because like I said, more good things happen than bad. And I get tired of hearing this BS, and frankly, I'm going to stop. I'm going to unlike and unsubscribe and da-da-da-da-da from pages, from email lists, from groups, from all sorts of websites. And, because, look, until it happens, it's not going to happen until it happens. And if it doesn't happen, that's fantastic. Hope it never happens. We've had epidemics in this country. We've had measles and smallpox and various flus that have occurred, influenza, various types of influenza. So, yeah, things happen. Be prepared, but don't try and scare everybody. Don't think it's happening today. It's happening in 5 minutes from now. It's happening. It's not. If it does, it does. Don't worry about it, because it's probably not. Now on to something different. This is my sporon I wear with my kilt. I had to tie this on. I had to make that because the button that was on here came off. This is my Strike-A-Light kit. First of all, I don't need all this. I have it in there just because it's a place to put it. And because if you're in the woods, then you can find plenty of stuff to light in the woods. Plus, I have it in there to help keep things from knocking against each other. I could use this as an emergency survival kit. If I put a knife in there in my fishing kit. But there's an extra flint. No, that's not a flint. That's a steel striker. Unwrap it. See, I have it wrapped up so it won't bang on things and make noise. That's the steel striker. And then there's a flint in here. I don't know if you can. There's a flint right there. And some of this, because this is to make char cloth. This I would use to make the char cloth. This is a little fire starting kit. Whoops. I added matches just as an emergency backup, because if you need it, you need it. If you're really out there. So, a little thing to light it. Some more cloth. A flint and more of this stuff, because I don't have any char cloth in here. Anyway, don't worry about things, people. Don't fearmonger, because when you fearmonger, people just stop listening to you. There are people in our area who I've talked about so many times. It's old, but they're the kind that fearmonger. I don't know if they're doing it as much as they used to, but they used to fearmonger a lot, and you know, because most of them are preppers. But that doesn't mean all preppers are fearmongers. I mean, like I said, it's good to be prepared. It's good to be prepared for any and all sorts of emergencies. It is a matter of when, not if. But don't live in fear, man. Don't be scared. Don't be scared of your own shadow. Just like I said, it's old. I don't even want to hear it anymore.